Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from T.W White Sons Mazda. Here we have today a 2015 on a 15 plate Mazda CX-5. This is the SEL nav specification, and this car is twinned with the very impressive 2.2 litre 150 PS diesel engine. Now for me, if I was to purchase a CX-5, 100% I would go the diesel route. The 2.2 engine is incredibly gutsy. You get the absolute balance of fuel economy versus performance, so you're going to get well over 40 to the gallon out of one of these, but they have this fabulous low down grunt that you can only get from turbo diesel engines, in my opinion. So it's actually, you know, quite a quick car in its own respect. You put your foot down and these do take off very well. There's not loads of turbo lag, the gearbox is very nice to use, and they sort of buck the trend from an SUV point of view because it's actually a really rewarding car to drive. I'll come on to that in a bit more detail a bit later. We took this in part exchange against another Mazda CX-5, just a slightly newer vehicle, and delighted to be able to offer this for sale. We haven't actually got, I think as I speak, this probably is the only sort of previous generation CX-5 we've got on our forecourt. They are so hard to get hold of, and they just don't come to market often enough. I'm really sorry I had to put the windows down. It's one of the hottest days of the year today, and I couldn't get back in the car without having the windows down in a moment's time because it is so hot. Yeah, delighted to be able to have this car for sale. It's got a fabulous service history behind it, predominantly with Mazda. I think it might have been one of the Hyundai dealerships, yeah, great history and incredibly low mileage for the year. I'll get into the car in a moment and show you the mileage, but these just don't come to market often enough in this condition, with this mileage and with this history. I'll show you the specification as I go round, or sort of much of it as I can. You have rear parking sensors that you'll see here. You've got a really good sized boot in these, absolutely masses of space, and do you know what, for something of a CX-5 you tend to find all of these plastics really suffer from things like you know, if people have animals in the car or they load things in and they get really badly scratched. But actually not the case with this one. It's in good shape, and even things like the boot carpet, all in lovely condition as well. I mean, you get this sort of retractable tonneau cover which you can clip up to here, and then it's yeah, on a retractable sort of cloth material there. You've got levers here to put the rear seats down as well, which are on like a spring-loaded mechanism, but absolutely tons of usable space. It's very difficult to justify just how much space there is from photos and a video, but there is loads and loads of usable space, and even got that sort of ski hatch section in the middle there, which you can use the spring-loaded seats to put through. So yeah, very usable and very practical car. Just pop the boot down. You notice at the back here you've got these very smart dual exit exhausts. It's a bit of a thing for all the nice sort of higher end Mazda product. It's been the same for a few years. Really lovely silver alloy wheels, all in very nice condition, and I believe they're 17-inch on this model. The metallic white, I don't know if you're able to see it actually, let me just stop. Hopefully in the sunlight you're able to see it. It's not like a paper white, it's a really lovely sort of metallic shine to it, and the quality of the paint's very nice. The car's been looked after really well. Things like the door edges are all in lovely condition, no sort of dents, scratches, things like that. It's all in lovely shape. I will just pop that seat back up into the middle, and you've got a black cloth interior, all in lovely condition. The seat squabs on these, the sort of base of the seats, really long on CX-5. They're really nicely stretched out, so it's a very comfortable place to be, and all in lovely condition. You know, for something that is conventionally a family car, doesn't look like the back's had a hard time. Things like seal entry points aren't scuffed, they're all in lovely order, and backs of the seats are nice as well. I'll jump in the car. Same in the front. We've got that dark cloth interior, all in lovely condition, all electric windows and power fold mirrors. I'm going to put the air conditioning on, hopefully you can still hear me over it. There's a push button starter just down there behind the indicator. Dip the clutch pedal, press that one time and car comes into life. You'll notice, like all modern Mazdas, it's push button start, and you just have to have the key in the car on your person. Just going to put the air conditioning on. So I mentioned the mileage just a second ago. Now you'll see there 31,234 miles, for what is now a 7-year-old car. It's absolutely incredible. And these diesel engines, we've had a couple of CX-5s come back at 130, 140, 150,000 miles and still going strong. So the car's got so much life left in it, and 31,000 is really very, very minor. This is the very first of the updated model, so around 2015 when this car was registered, this would have been one of the first to have this newer multimedia system. So the earlier cars had sort of twister knobs and buttons on the side, and an even bigger giveaway is that this car's fitted with an electronic handbrake. So that is the first of the very updated models, yeah, this multimedia screen was a real step on from the one that was in the previous car, because although it was a good system, it wasn't the most intuitive and user-friendly, whereas this is much more straightforward and much easier to control. So it's Bluetooth hands-free phone. Being an SEL nav, including the title, you do have a fully integrated navigation system. Let that give it a minute to load. And you've got DAB digital radio as well. You have a climate control air conditioning system down here. Very, very welcome on a day like today. It's very warm, but air conditioning is blowing nice and cold. You've got twin USB sockets down there next to where I've left the key. The little slot down here is where you keep the SD card for the satellite navigation system. You have a 6-speed manual box. Now these are very, very good. I say it's an awful lot, so I'm really sorry if you have seen a video of mine previously where I've talked about it. Mazda make some of the best manual gearboxes out there, and CX-5, given that it's an SUV and considered to be a family car, you'd kind of expect they wouldn't put so much effort into things like the gearbox, but it drives so well. Really is a driver focused car, yeah, very nice gearbox to use. That's one of the nicest features of the car in my opinion. All the controls down here for the multimedia system that I was using, and that electronic handbrake switch as well. Now you notice you have steering wheel controls for stereo, cruise control and speed limiter. Of course you have automatic lights and automatic wipers on this side, and then over here you've got the tyre pressure monitoring system, the traction control switch, and the button for i-stop, which is the engine cutout technology as well. You also have an auto dim rear view mirror for button, cup holders, and a little bit of storage space back here in the armrest too. Just turn the car off, we'll put the window back down and get it getting out. So the car's going to go through our workshop before it leaves us. It'll be supplied with a 12-month parts and labour warranty. That is included in the advertised cost of the car, and that warranty is supplied by Mazda, and includes roadside assistance for the full 12 months as well. So even if you aren't local to us, you can still buy with confidence. That is a Mazda warranty that's acknowledged at any Mazda dealer up and down the country. That's pretty much it. If you've got any other questions about the car, please feel free to pick up the phone to us. We'll do our very best to help you. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to speak to you soon. Cheers then.